What's up, all of you guys? Welcome to the placement stream part 4. Part 4. Welcome to the placement stream part 4. And I hope so all of you guys are extremely excited for this one because we're going to cover a hell lot of things in this particular video. We're going to cover how to handle databases, especially Postgres. Also, you can use the same technique to handle databases like MongoDB, database like other databases. Basically, what we're going to cover is called Prisma. You must be asking, what the hell is Prisma, bro? Prisma is an ORM. What is an ORM? ORM stands for Object Relational Mapping. What is an Object Relational Mapping? Object Relational Mapping is very, very simple. It's a way to write SQL without writing SQL. Yeah, that can happen. That is possible. That is completely possible. I don't know how many of you are right now over here. I hope so. Somebody will be here. At least someone will be here. Yeah, there is someone. Hey, Abdul Ahad. Oh, hi, 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 hi. Hi, Abdul Ahad. What's up? How are you doing? How is life? How is everything going on? We're gonna learn about databases. We're gonna learn about Prisma. We're gonna learn about TypeScript. We're gonna learn about JavaScript. A lot coming in this particular video. So let's get started. First thing first, what we're gonna do is we are going to be setting up our environment for Prisma. So let's learn how to do that. First of all, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here. We don't have any chat. That's kind of sad. We want some chat so that doesn't make us sad. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to, what was that website? It's called YouTube Chat Lifestyle, something like that. Yeah, it was this one, I guess. And then we'll copy this default design so that we can see our chat on the, you guys could see your chat in the stream. Okay, we copied this one. Next thing what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a browser source, I guess. Hold on. Okay, what's wrong, bro? Why is it not working? Oh, there you go. I don't want to create a group. Something is very, very fishy, huh? Forget it. Forget it. We'll not do that. We will be placing our chat right over here. Pop out chat. Let's place chat in this corner so that you guys could see it. Great. Okay. So the first thing first, let's set up a TypeScript environment for like a TypeScript environment where we could have all our Prisma stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our project folder and we're gonna say Prisma TypeScript stuff, whatever. Prisma TypeScript stuff. Yeah. So we are inside that folder, and if you have already watched my TypeScript stream, you know that how to create a TypeScript project. If you don't know the TypeScript project, that means you are not following the stream. That's bad. Go back, follow the stream, come back to the video after that. So yes, this should be easy for you if you are following the stream. If you are not, I don't know, that's bad. You should actually. Okay, the first thing what we'll do is we'll say yarn init hyphen y. Oh, let's create this in bun. Yeah, let's create this in bun. We'll say bun init hyphen y, and yes, that's great. So we have this, and we have a TypeScript project. What is the next thing what you do? What is the next thing you do? The next thing which you do is, oh, why can't we see this one? Hold on, the chat should be bigger. Yeah, there you go. I hope so all of you guys can see this chat right now. Where is this? Yeah, great. Okay. So the next thing is we have a bun. So what bun is basically something like npm. It's good. Trust me, it's good. Okay, we're gonna keep it a little bit down like that, like that. That's better. Okay. Okay. So so the first thing what we'll do is to set up Prisma, what we need to do, what we need to do is, if you're using npm, you can do npx Prisma init. And as I'm using bun, what I'll do is I'll do something called bunx Prisma init. There you go. And that created a folder called prisma whatever. So if you do this command, which is bunx prisma.init, it will create a folder called Prisma. And this Prisma folder contains two things. First thing, it contains all your migrations. I'll be explaining what are migrations, and it contains all your schema. So I'll be also explaining what is schema, both of the things. So let's first start with the first thing which it has created, which is a schema. What is a schema? Why do you use it? Why the hell does it even exist? Schema is a very simple thing. It defines the schema of your database. What do I mean by schema? What are tables with which your database will have? What are the relationships between your tables? and all those things will be there in this particular file, which is a schema.prisma file. I hope so that makes complete sense, right? For all of you guys who are watching. Prisma, like the schema file or schema.prisma file is a file which contains the structure of the database which you are going to make. It will all make sense once we schema Prisma, same as Mongo schema. Yes, but Mongo is schemaless, bro. Table structures, that's correct. Ashpreet, so Mongo schema is okay, yeah, it is like that, but it's a little bit different. So Mongo base is a schema based database. It's a non-relational schema-less database. You can absolutely store anything. But the ORM which you use, what does ORM stands for? Object Relational Mapping Tool which you use, which is Mongoose, lets you define the schema. It is not actually there in the database, but here in this case, the tables are actually there in the database, right? So you get all kind of securities, you get all kinds of, like, what was that, all the securities which comes with using MySQL, so you get all of them. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Why is the lighting so bad in my computer? Oh, there's like no lights are on. Let me turn on the lights, bro. Let me turn on the lights. Hold on, all of you guys who are watching. Yeah, this is better. This is way better. Yeah, we have some lights, and I hope so I am visible more in a good way. Okay. So the first thing we have run the command npx prisma init or abonex prisma init, and we have a prisma file. So let's start creating a schema. Now what we're gonna do in this particular video is we're gonna code everything related to database let's turn off the suggestions first, because suggestions just don't let us learn, right? So let's create a social media database. Let's write a social media database. So the first thing what we'll be having is a user database, right? So for creating database in Prisma, what you do is you call it model, and then you name your database. For example, in our case right now over here, the name of the database will be user. So this is a user database, and you must be thinking, hey, why the hell are you complaining? This is complaining because every database in SQL, which is MySQL or any SQL based language, there should be a primary key. Primary key is like, it's required, right? Okay. So it's like that annoying friend which you have. It's required in every group. Primary key is required. So we'll be having an ID, right? We'll be having ID, right? And this, what the hell is ID, right? ID is basically you. So how does this work? So first you define the name, and then you define the type of this. For in our example, this is of type int, which is, this is an integer type ID, right? Okay. And then we could and to name this as in primary key, what you need to do is @ID, which makes this a primary key. So there's like these, I don't know what to call it, directives, which kind of helps you to say something about your column. So for example, in the user column, we currently have only one column, which is ID, which is of type int, and which is our primary key. Great. In Postgres, you could have multiple primary keys, so definitely you can do something like that. Next thing what we're going to have is we're going to have a name, which is string. Great. So and the next thing, the following next thing what we're going to have is also a string. Great. We're going to have a bio, but bio is optional, right? Everybody's not going to have a bio is optional, right? So we can say question mark, which is bio is optional. So bio is optional. I don't know how many of you are there. You are 3 people are here. All of you guys, welcome. Okay, so bio is optional. I'd be auth generated. ID will be automatically generated. No, ID would not be automatically generated. To automatically generate a ID, what you have to say is you say default, and there's 2 kinds of IDs you can generate. First is called autogen increment, which will, the first one will be 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, and so on. That's the one way. Or if you can randomly generate a string IP. So for example, if it's a string, you can say this is something like a UUID, right? So which will generate an ID which is every time unique. It's a random string which is every time unique, right? So there's 2 ways you can generate IDs. You can call it default, and then you can call UUID. That's one way. Or the other way is auto increment, that creates 1, 2, 3, 4. Both ways is there. You have a bio, right? Great. The next thing what we're gonna have is we're gonna have what should we have? What else could we have in user? I cannot think of something. They could have a profile picture. Okay, hi sir. Hi, okay, what's up? How are you? Okay, so we have a profile. So we could have a profile pic, which is profile picture. And the profile picture will be a string. Again, this is also optional. A person could not have a profile picture, right? Next thing what we could have is we could have, what else do you have in in a Instagram based app. I'm thinking like something like Instagram. What else could you have? I think I'm late. You are not at all late. Okay, you're not at all late. I just started 10 minutes, I think, back, so you're not late. Welcome. Okay, user password and gender. Exactly, that's, you see, I'm just missing all these things. So gender could be only two things. It could be male. Oh, that's confusing. Now we are getting to the wrong territory. Gender could be male, female, or other. Let's consider this. Like there could be three genders. I don't think so. I have pretty controversial views. I think there's only two genders, so we'll keep only two genders. So we'll say gender, and there's only two genders. So to create something out of choice, like only these things could be existing as a value, you create an enum, right? Enum you separately create, and then you place it as a type, right? So how do you do that? I'll be definitely explaining. So in this case, the first enum is male, right? Someone could be a male or someone could be a female, right? Great. So we have two enums. First is male, second is female. Great. And then what we can say is the gender is of gender type, and it is required. Like you need to provide a gender. It's compulsory, and it could be a male or a female. Don't say anything on this. There is only two genders. I don't give a shit. Okay. Next time. So we have a gender, and let's go to the next stuff, which is I think user password. Yeah, password. So password, right? Password will be a string in our case, but it will be hashed. So technically, when you store it from the front end, make it hashed, right? Don't store your direct plain text password. That's stupid. Who does that? Who does that? Who stores plain text password in the database? I don't know. Okay. So we have password, we have gender, we have profile picture, we have bio. All these are super cool. What else should we have? Our database, our table is done, right? I cannot think of anything else. That's cool. Okay. Okay. So we have user, we have a table there, super cool. Now I want to create a migration out of that. What is migration? Migration is like you're telling the database that, hey, this is the schema I have written in Prisma. Now create this in reality. This database doesn't exist in reality. Why does this doesn't exist in reality? No, because SQL databases only understand SQL, which is MySQL, or like structured query language, right? It doesn't understand this schema. So we'll have to convert this schema from the schema to some SQL. Let's do that. How to do that? That you can do pretty simply. But before that, what we have to do is we have to go to the .env file, and it has automatically added a Postgres URL in the .env file. So we'll have to do something about it. So Postgres is our username, and I think root is my username and root is my password. And let's create a new database, and let's name our database something like my database or my trial database. I don't know, my DB. Let's name it MyDB. I think I have a server running at that particular thing. So whatever you mention over here is kind of like something which is created. Okay. All fine. Everybody's okay. Everybody's pretty comfortable with where we are. Can we move ahead? Should we generate the migrations? Let's do that. Let's do that. So what we're gonna do is here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna say yarn. No yarn. Bunex. Always remember it. If you're using npm, it should be how to define primary key. Bro, I have already told you how to define primary key. It's very simple. You say whatever thing you say @ID is your primary key. @ID is primary key. Simple stuff. @ID is primary key. Question mark is optional field, right? Question mark is optional field. This is not required. This is nullable. This could be null. It's completely fine, right? It's okay. Okay. We are there, and now let's generate the migration. How do you do that? Bunex Prisma or npx Prisma if you're using npm or yeah, something like that. Yes, bro, all clear. Gotham is you got it, bro. Okay, so we have Prisma, and then what we'll say is npx Prisma migrate and dev, which is dev is used for generating a migration and development, right? So npx Prisma migrate handles everything related to migration, and then we're going to use something called dev, right? So we'll say dev, and we have some issue because there's no database running at port whatever this is. So we'll check our Docker. We'll see what's going on with our database. So what's wrong? We have I think I forget the password and user ID or something like that of this database. So for that, I will do something. I have an idea. Don't worry. We know how to get our credentials for our database back. So we have databases, and I think this is one of the databases. Yeah, this was one of the databases. What we'll do is we'll go here and we'll say edit connection, and then we'll go over here, and what we say is, oh, the user ID is Postgres, and I think the password is also Postgres. So that's the issue. We were using the wrong user ID and password. So we'll fix that pretty soon. So we'll go to .env, we'll go to this, and instead of root, we have the Postgres as user ID and this as password. So if you don't understand how the Postgres URL works, it's pretty simple. This is the protocol, Postgres, and then this is the username, and this is the password, this is the domain name, this is the port, and this is the database name. Pretty simple, right? Exactly like how it is in the MongoDB. Right? Okay, great. So now this shouldn't complain. This was complaining because we were not connected to the database, or our credential was wrong or something like that. Now it is asking for a name of our migration. The first migration, free suggestion, name it initial migration. Migration, you can name this anything. And what this name does, we'll see that. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. Okay, so as we click enter over there, what happened? What happened? Just like whatever we did, it created a folder called migration, and what it did, it created another folder which some random ID and the name which you provided, which is initial migration, and inside this there is a migration.sql file, and this migration.sql file actually has the SQL, right? It has the SQL of whatever you did. By the way, this got automatically applied, right? SQL command created. Exactly. This got automatically applied to the database. Right. So so there is the table. You don't trust me? There's a table. I will make you trust me because I have the access to my database, and I can go over here and I can say what I can say. I can go to the Postgres. What was the database which I was using? I don't know. There's a way. See, so to see a database using Prisma's tool, there's something a magic. Yeah, it's amazing. Yes, it is amazing, Gautam. See, it has converted SQL. You don't have to write any SQL for this, right? So now to see your tables and stuff, what do? You just do npx, or in my case bunx, because I'm using bun. And what we do is we say Prisma Studio. So if you do bunx Prisma Studio, it will open something like this. I'll just show you how does this. It looks like this, right? And it has wait, hold on. It has your table. See, this is the user table with all the fields which you have created. Amazing, right? It has all the fields which you have created. Okay, great. We have created the whatever the thing is, but how to connect this with our app, right? How to access this over here? You know, how am I going to do this? So usually what I recommend for managing a single instance of this whatever database throughout the application is use singleton pattern. You don't know what singleton pattern is? Okay, I'll definitely teach you what is that. So for that, what I'll do is I'll create a file called database.ts. Again, I want you to understand this. There's no necessity of following exactly what I'm doing. You can do all this in the index.ts if you are learning, and if you don't want to create 30 different files, it's completely okay. But I just want to understand. I want you to understand what I'm doing. So I'll create a class and I'll call it what I generally call this data provider. You can do whatever you want. And then what I'll do is I'll create a static method. And what is a static method? I'll explain. Hold on. We'll call it get database, right? We don't want to do that. Okay. So static method is a method which you can access without creating an instance of the data provider. What do I mean? That I can access the get database function by just doing data provider dot get database. Like that's completely accessible. I can directly access this without creating an instance of this class. That's what a static method does, right? So I hope so. This makes sense so far, right? And then what I'll do is I'll export default this data provider thing, right? And now in the get database, what we'll do is we'll create a database over here, and the Prisma database is like of type Prisma Client. All right, so we'll say Prisma. Oh no, Prisma Client options. We want Prisma Client. Come on, give us that. Okay, yeah. There you go. So we have a database and we have a Prisma Client, right? So it is just a little bit angry at us because we haven't used this. We have to use this. So what we say is, if there is already if there is no database, right? If there's no database, then create a database. How do you create a database? You say database is equal to, so just to make this work, what you have to do is you have to make this also static. So only static variables could be accessed by a static function, pretty standard, okay? And then what you can do is you can say database, or like this dot database would make more sense. This dot database, if there is no this dot database, then this dot database is equal to new Prisma client, right? So this will create an instance of Prisma client, and I would like to take a little bit of time that where this Prisma client comes from and how it has been created and what all things does it have, so that you have a little bit better understanding of what Prisma client is. Prisma client is a way to do anything with your database. You can create data, you can update data, you can delete data, you can run crazy queries, you can do all sort of things using Prisma client. And very interestingly, whatever data, whatever thing which you created over here, like user table, your Prisma client knows it. Do you want to see another magic, Gotham? Do you want to see another magic? Ready? I'll show you. So, so if I go to this dot database, right, and if I do dot, it knows that I have created a user table, right? If you create a post table, dot post will work. If you create an animal table, dot animal will work. All that works. That's also magic, right? It generated all the types, it generated all those things and placed them inside the node modules folder. Interesting, right? Okay. So great. We saw two different magic tricks today. So I hope so you guys like the magic. Okay. So we have this dot database, we have the Prisma, and we call this over here. Then great, we have a data provider. Now considering you have a big application, something like amazing application, right? So we'll eventually, like, one by one we'll be learning it. So first of all, let's learn how to create data, right? So let's say I have a function called const create user, right? So we'll call this function one by one. So first of all, how to get the database instance? You can directly get it inside no matter how many times you call get database from the data provider class which we created, it will always be only one instance. So what I'll do is I'll create one DB instance and we'll say data provider, right? Dot get no dot what am I doing? What am I doing? Data provider dot get database. There you go. So no matter how many times, like even if you call 1,000 times get database, there will be only one instance of this DB whatever, that Prisma client. Okay, that's good. That's what you achieve using something called a singleton pattern in JavaScript. Okay, great. We have a create user. How to create a user now? It's pretty simple, bro. It's pretty simple. First of all, whenever you use any database manipulation, always wrap it inside something like this, which is try catch, right? So we'll say there was an error, or you can I'll just do the most stupid thing. I'll do the most stupid thing possible. I'll throw this error. I mean, why do you want to catch error if you want to throw it? By the way, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, I have made a post regarding this. It's quite funny. Okay. So let's call it SN, which is we're going to use await inside this, and we'll say new user. So it returns the new user after whatever I'm going to use. So I will say await db.user. Oh wait. db dot. It's not working. Why is it not working? Why is it not working? Because we forgot to return the database from here. So if there is no database, it creates a database and then return the database, bro. We are not returning the database. That was the issue. There you go. We are returning a database right now, and it's super cool. Okay. So we say database dot user dot create, right? So there's two functions. One is called create, and it's called create many. Create many creates a lot of users at once, and create creates one user at once. So let's do that. So there's a value inside this which is called data. You can pass, and you can pass all the values over here. So for example, the user which we are going to create, then its name should be, for example, my name, right? Bro, Twitter ID, please. You want my Twitter? Bro, I have so less followers in Twitter. I would feel amazing. First time anybody have asked me my Twitter, so that's great. Oh, this is, what am I sharing, bro? This is my Twitter. You guys could follow. I don't know. Don't judge my tweets, okay? They're stupid. I get it, and that's okay. They're my tweets, right? So I'm happy. Okay. So first thing what we did is we have a name. We could have an email ID, so we can say whatever, like jtest@gmail.com. You could have a gender. So how do you use a gender? Again, how do you use a gender? That's a very legit question. So if you go to schema, the enum which you have created is gender, right? So your Prisma client is having that gender in it. So we can say gender directly, right? It is exported by Prisma client, and then you can directly select male or female. For example, in my case, I'm a male, so I'll select male, right? If you are female, just select female. It's completely okay. Arvind, hey bro, this was so fast. This was so fast than you. What? Hey, this was so fast than you. I can't read this. What? This was so fast than you. What? I do not get. I'm not getting you, Arvind. Okay, so we have gender and then we have a password. So we'll call some password. And also don't store plain password. Always hash them. Right now, and we are just doing the database. So we'll say some bio. Even we can leave this. Bio is not required, right? ID also not required. Profile picture some pic dot png whatever it is. So this will create this data into our database. You don't trust me? It will not actually. So you'll have to, oh, it will. And then we'll log this data. So we'll call it new user created. Is this interesting or is this boring? Just tell me, is this interesting? Is this boring? And now what I'll do is I'll call this function create user and we'll have a new user created in our database, right? So let's do that. So here is at my terminal. I'll just open a new instance of the terminal and I'll simply call this Pratik is saying this is interesting. Great, Pratik. This is interesting. Gautam is also saying interesting. Great. Nobody's bored out of my stuff. I mean, I said yesterday answer thinking do you do next week, I guess, but today was not expected. Bro, tomorrow is Republic Day. When I love to stream when the next day is holiday, because then I don't have to care about sleeping early, right? Because even if I sleep at 4 a.m., I can wake up at 1 a.m. in the morning. It doesn't matter, right? The best day for streaming is the day when you have a holiday the next day, right? Okay. So what were we doing? We wrote this function and we want to test it. We'll say bun index.ts, right? Bun index.ts, and then we click OK, and then it ran. It did not give us anything. That's pretty weird. It should have at least given this new user created something like that, but it has not because I haven't saved my file. That's stupid. Hey bro, give a recap of 25 minutes. You need a recap of 25 minutes? Okay, I can give you. So we started with Prisma. We set up Prisma. So what we are going to learn is how to create complex queries and how to create some of the how to basically handle database in an application. That's what we're going to learn. So what we did is we created this Prisma folder using the command npx prisma init or bunx prisma init, right? That created this file which is the schema.prisma, and then we wrote the schema file. Then we generated a migration using the command npx prisma migrate dev, which created this migration, and that migration we applied. So the database, the user table is in the database, right? After we did that, we have wrote a small program which creates this user in the database, and we forgot to save our file, so the new user created did not got logged. So we'll change the name and we'll run the program again, and this time we're gonna call it Arvind because you asked this question. Okay, so there you go. There. Oh, again, it did not log. That's kind of weird. Why would you not log? Forget it. Let's check our database, bro. Let's check our database. Is there some data? Unless there is a data, I don't care if it logs or not. Yeah, let's go there. Oh, there's no database. There's no data. So is the function called? Yes, bro, we are calling the function. See, the create user has been called over here, and it's pretty correct. Hey, what the hell is it? For every modal, we need to make migration every time. No, Gautam, you can create 3 different, 10 different, 100 different modal at once and create one migration. You create migration when you change your schema. So no matter how big is the change, you can do it at once. Okay. So let's log. Hey, are you alive? Okay. So we'll log this and we'll try to run this again. Close this and then let's say bun.index.ts. Hey, are you alive? Okay, this is getting called. And then okay. Rashed. Super old-fashioned way of debugging. Hey, are you alive? It's going to hey, are you alive? And then it's crashing over here. Bro, look, you have 3 problems. Oh, I have 3 problems? What do you mean by I have 3 problems? Where do I have problems? I don't see my problems. Bro, look, you have three problems. Where do you see the problem? Am I the problem here? What's the case? Right? What's wrong over here? Why would it not work? Like, there's no reason why it wouldn't work, right? Okay, we said near output at below. Oh, near output at below. You have three problems. Am I the one who doesn't have? Hey, is my eyes not working? What's wrong? Where do I have problem? I don't see it. You know, hey, are you, hey, you are alive. We are printing this over here. Then I don't know what is happening. Hey, are you alive? That's kind of correct. Everything's correct. Near output at below. In problems in tab. Oh, in the problems tab. Oh, this is what you're talking about. So unknown word, unknown word, unknown word, bro. So these are unknown words, bro. This is like spelling errors, which doesn't matter. So I think Bun is messing up with my program. Bun is doing something weird with the stuff which we are doing over here. So we are getting this. Super cool. It is neither crashing nor not doing anything. Just stopping at over here. How should we handle this? Try using Node. Should we use Node? All of you guys, how many of you want me to use Node instead of Bun? This is the reason I don't prefer Bun for production apps, bro. First, Bun is not supported on Windows. That's why I hate, like, I don't hate Bun, but that's why I don't like it using in production Bun. First thing. Second thing, you don't know what will not work in Bun. You know, suddenly you have a program that doesn't run on Bun, like this one, right? It is 100% correct. There's nothing wrong in this, but it's not working, and even God doesn't know why. Uh, So we'll try to switch to Node. So let's do Node, right? So Node, switching to Node is simple. What we have to do is we have to go. Oh, this is. I hate this so much. Bun types, bun global, whatever. But let's first debug this. I mean, let's debug this. Right? Debugging is fun, right? Debugging is fun, right? So yeah, let's debug this. I'll tell you how to debug programs. Pratik, thank you for you love me for my energy. Yeah, I have a load of it. So we will debug this. Now, how to debug Node.js program? So let's welcome, like, let's do a debugging session. So what we'll do is we'll go over here, then we'll go to JavaScript terminal. There you go, JavaScript debugging terminal. And then what I'll do is I'll have few breakpoints. Now, how can I have the breakpoints, bro? How can I have the breakpoints? So I'll go over here and I'll say I'll have a breakpoint over here, and then I'll say bun index.ts, right? And then what? I hate this program. I hate Bun. I absolutely hate Bun. I just want to get rid of Bun. Let's delete this node modules. I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting this. Let's delete this whatever bun lock whatever file we have. Right. And here in the TS config, let's not have this bun types, whatever this is. What do I need? I need lib module, that's kind of okay. Target is okay. Maximum resolution. I don't need the module resolution. I don't need this as well. I don't need this as well. Strit is okay. This is JSX, TSX. I don't want this. 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 Okay. So we have in the TS config. Nothing works with bun, bro. Don't use bun. Bun is bad. Don't use it. Simple stuff. First of all, the target, no, the source, the dir, what root dir, right, is src. So we'll be transferring all our code to src. That's kind of okay. Then we'll say output dir is dist, right? And then yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all what we want. Why are you angry at me? File in the program, because you match by default using what? The file is in the program because what the hell are you talking about? Forget it. Let's forget it. Let's create an src, and let's go over here. Move. Let's go over here. Move. There you go. Now this is okay. And then console is an issue. Prisma client is an issue. We'll fix that. Prisma is not an issue. So we'll just say now we have to use npx. So we'll say npx prisma generate. which will, oh, we attached a debugger to this, which we don't want. npx prisma generate. I hate it. Like what a beautiful tutorial, and everything was going on. Suddenly bun just messed our entire stuff. Bun is the enemy of the stream, right? If anybody wants to say something bad about bun, just say it in the comment, right? I would love to listen to this. Let us listen to that. So we have bun, whatever that bun index. Oh, I don't want to listen to this bun. Bun is stupid. Get lost, bun. I hate you. Okay. So we have database, and we have full with errors. What is the errors? Cannot find the module at the Prisma client. Did you mean? Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just we'll say yarn, and we'll install everything. We'll call it yarn, and it will install all the Prisma stuff. So these errors should be gone. I guess. Node next, option node next, or I just will have to go over here. We'll have to say lib, and then there's no target. So target module, we don't want lib. Target is es next. Es next. So target. Not used until now, and now I will never be. Very good. Fuck. Sorry, your Bun is stupid. Node next. Node next is giving some issues, bro. We cannot use it. And let's delete this ts config file. We'll generate ts config file by the legendary Ben Edwards style, right? We'll do like npx prisma npx ts config.json. That will help us generate a ts config file, and we'll call it, generate it for node.js, and then this will generate a ts config file. And there's one stupid thing about this base URL, which we'll get rid of, and then everything else is super fine. And then what we can do is this will be okay with this. Yeah, we finally migrated. I'm happy. Okay. And now what we will do is we have to get like few things like that. We'll say add nodemon, and then ts node, and we'll have to say install this as a development dependency. There you go. This is installing as a development dependency. How many of you guys are watching? 5 of you. I can see all 5 of you. You're not commenting anything. Okay. So whatever, we have a data provider, we have these things, get lost. We have these things, get lost. Okay, let's now try to run this. And what if it was our mistake? It was not Bun's mistake. It would be very bad. It would be really bad if that would be the case. We'll create a script, and we'll call it dev, and we'll call it nodemon index dot hey Nikhil, what's up? How are you? How is your life? And /src/ hey bro, here's a challenge. If the code still not run, you need to do 5 push-ups. Done. If the code doesn't work, I'll do 5 push-ups right now. I'll do 5 push-ups right now. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. We'll do it. Now we have something at stake. I'm worried. Let's run it. Okay. So what should we do? We'll do yarn dev. Okay. Yarn dev, and it will work. Why it won't? It might not, Pratik. You never know in programming. Abhi maza aayega. It did not crash. Let me run this in this configuration. Hold on. So cannot find module types. No, I forgot to install TypeScript and TypeScript. Okay, let's now try it. Okay. So the challenge is I need to make it run in Node.js. Okay. So that's I cannot go back. Okay. So it's a yarn. Yarn 5 push-ups is not bad. I can do it. It's not complex. Yarn. Did I add a TypeScript by default already? No. Yeah, there you go. It is there. Okay, so this would work now. So yarn dev unknown 5 extension.ts prisma. What do you mean? Huh? So are we really doing push-ups right now? Like for real? Let's try to resolve this. Unknown file type ts prisma TypeScript whatever index.ts. Why, bro? Why? nodemon dot slash src slash, no, this is not how you do it. Why am I laughing? JC, am I really doing push-ups? Should we fix this after doing the push-up because it did not work? Let's do the push-ups. Let's do the push-ups. Let's place this table over here and we'll be doing the again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You asked for 5 or 10, I don't know. 5 or 10. What was the ask? 5. I did 10. I did 10. So yeah. Okay, we had some push-ups. Now let's try to fix this. 5. I did 10. I did 10. So yeah, I kept my promise. So unknown file type TS, I think I can resolve this. I've seen this error before as well. I'm tired. What do you mean? This is, you're doing extra 5 for future errors. Bro, you is this gym now? Is this gym now? Unknown file extension .ts. I'll try to avoid errors. You guys just pressuring me. Don't do that. Unknown file extension .ts for whatever this TypeScript src index.ts. I think my I think my ts config is wrong. So unknown unknown. I'm not scared, bro. I'm scared of like all these errors now. Like I'll have to do push-ups again. Okay. TypeScript we have version 5. That's kind of correct. If we just try to compile this, will it compile? I mean, it will compile, right? So if it's a build, and if we just do like ESC, right, it will compile, right? So if I just try to yarn build, yeah, it did. So it will compile right this. So then we can run this. So we can say yeah, and then if we say yeah, like node dist slash index.js, export is not defined in ES module. What do you mean by export is not defined in ES module? Bro, there was no code in the there was no bug in the code. This is an environment issue, okay? Type module. Yeah, but that is not a solution, Pratik. Like that's a lame solution. Like that's a good solution, but it would work just for once. I don't want, like, why is it happening? Like, let's understand this. Why would this happen? So we have a nodemon, we have a Prisma, we have TS node, we have TypeScript, we have everything's cool. This is cool. I think our TS node, our TS config has a module here. Yes, I think our TS. Okay, I got the issue. This is a lame issue. So we'll have to say type module. Wait, type module, and then this. Let's move this. There you go. I think this will fix our issue. There you go. And now if we just have that was the problem, I guess. So we'll say dev, and now this nodemon will work, I guess. src slash index.ts, right? And then this would work. No, not this. I mean yarn dev unknown file extension.ts. What do you mean by this, bro? Why is this coming? Let's try to Google this bug. Nodemon. Remove dot type module in the so we have to remove this. Will this fix our issue? Yes, we did it. Let's continue the tutorial. That was the bug. So we need to remove that type module, and our issue is solved. Bro, simple solution. PC restart kar do. No, bro, we solved it. So this has created a new so if we say npx Prisma Studio, right? This will generate you will be able to see the file over here. you can see the ID was auto generated. So I'll just zoom this a little bit. So the ID is auto generated, name is there, email is there, some bio is there, and whatever these all things are there. Great. So let's now go ahead. Okay. So we have this data over there. Now let's say you want to create multiple data. How to create multiple data, right? It's pretty simple, right? So instead of create, what will you do is you'll I'm just telling you this because we're gonna go complex after this. So do you work somewhere or develop or something? I work somewhere as a technical lead in ITR8. I remember you. Okay, hold on. I remember your comment, bro. Hold on. We'll see this. We will see this. I remember your comment, bro. See, I just want to ask you, what was so bullshit about this? Tell me. This video, what was so bullshit about this video? I just want to ask you. See, this is you just commented this, and that's bad. I felt bad. I read it and I was thinking of a reply. So you guys could suggest me a reply, but what was so bullshit about Google Calendar integration? Just tell me. Tell me. I need answer. I'm waiting. Okay, I need answer. Bro got caught because it didn't cover what I needed. Bro, you'll call it bullshit? I mean, come on. If it is not covering what you're thinking, I mean, it is valuable for a lot of people, man. I think this, like, how many views does it has? This video has how many views? I don't know.
Madam.
Stop it, bro. This video has what? How many views? 24,000 people. 24,000 people watched it, and they found it helpful. You can see you are a lifesaver, mate. That was so helpful. And the funny part is, all of you guys who are watching, this is one of my best videos. Performance wise, this is one of my best videos. You can see, yeah, ITR8. This is for you. Not every hero wears a cap. You saved my day. Thanks a lot. You want to see another one? You want to see another one? Wait, hold on. Great video, loved you or whatever. Let's forget it. Okay, bro, you got my whatever. You see, there are like lots of good comments. Come on, how can you say it bullshit? I felt bad, and I really felt bad for this comment. But what could we say? We'll like this and we'll reply thank you. That's the reply we'll do. Yes. Okay. Bro got caught. Really. Bro got caught. Yeah, people click on your video to solve their issues, and their issues were resolved. So they commented work. It didn't work for me. Comment section is there for express your view. Of course, IDR. I am also just kidding. I know you can write absolutely anything, and that's why I'm writing you thank you. It's okay. It's okay. You can still watch my videos. It's okay. And next time I'll try to resolve your issues. Okay, let's continue. So I'll say it's bullshit. All other people watching, do something. Go create your own, bro. That's rude. Okay, let's not have a war here. Okay, let's continue. Let's focus on the learning. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. ITR8. I get it. Let's end this. I get it. Okay. Okay. So this is how you create a single thing, like a single user. Now to create multiple users, what you need to do is you need to say, let's say, create many users. Create many users. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll say await db.user what should I say? db.user.create many. Now create many. It's okay, everyone. Calm down. It's okay. No worries. Okay, so we have db.user.create many, and then what you need to do is you need to say data, right? And in the data, what you need to do is you need to pass an array of many users. So in the data, now if in case of create many of anything, this accepts an array of the data, right? So like we have passed one single data, and in this what you can do is you can pass multiple of these, right? So for example, So for example, one of these, this one of this is there, right? And I have another one, and let's call it like some other user, and something like that, right? We have one issue with our schema right now. I'll tell you that issue. But and create many doesn't return an array of all the users which were created. This returns an array. It returns a count of how many users were created. For example, what I'm going to log right now is I'm going to log all users that were created, right? So I can say created users. Do you like Mac OS UI? UI. I like the UI. I hate the UX. I like the UI. I hate the UX. My favorite operating system is Linux. Arvind, that's what it is. Create many users dot count. Right, there you go. We have create many users dot count, and that will give us a count. Let's run this program. Let's run this. Let's run this program. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll go and we'll say yarn dev, which will, I hope, yeah, it has created this particular user, and it is saying it has created two users because so the count two over here signifies that these two users are created. So I think nodemon was running like it was refreshing our app whenever it was changing. So we should have a lot of users. So yeah, we have a lot of users. But can you detect the problem in our schema right now? All of you guys who are watching, can you detect the problem in our schema? The problem is all the users could have the same email ID. That shouldn't be the problem, right? That shouldn't be the problem. All the users could not have the same email ID. I think that's not allowed, right? So now to make it like every user have a unique email ID, what you need to do is you need to go to the schema, and you need to go to the email ID, and then you need to say @unique. Now this will do what is this will this will this will create unique. This will make maybe users emails are getting repeated and again is the problem. Yes, exactly, Gautam, you're correct. That's the problem. So we will, what we'll do is we'll say email is unique. So that's what we're going to say, email is unique, and there you go. We have solved the problem. So what we'll say is we'll generate another migration because we have changed the schema, right? So that will solve our issue. Let's move on. Let's move on a little bit. Let's delete all the data which we created right now. So we'll delete the data. There you go. And let's move on. Let's make it a little bit more complex, right? So let's say every user will have certain posts associated with it. So what we'll do is we'll create a model and we'll call it posts, right? Or post, a single post, right? And every post will have a post ID. Post ID, we can use the same thing which we have learned before. There's the primary key and the default which we are say is UUID, right? And then what we can say is we can say the post will have a title. So every post is going to have some title, which is going to be string, and every post is going to have some created at, updated at. So created at, updated at, you can do something very interesting with this, right? So created at would be a date time, right? So the type of created at will be a date time, and what you can say is the default of this would be now. So what is now? Now is the current time whenever it will be created. That's the time when it is created. And then what you can do is you can say updated at, and updated at, what you can say is this will be a date time, and you can pass something called updated at. This way you don't have to pass updated at every time when you update this object, right? This will automatically be done internally by Prisma will pass an updated at every time you update this post. So that's great, right? So you could have updated at and date time, and then updated at, that's great. And then you have this, which is created at, updated at, right? Okay, you could have a picture which is a picture to the post, right? So you could have that, and you could say this is a string, right? So yeah, and let's make it optional. Like this could have a picture, this could not have a picture. That's completely okay. And now the best part, we'll be learning about the relations, right? Relations in an SQL database. Every post will belong to some user, right? Every post will belong to some user. So how to do that? One thing which I forgot to tell you is I'm using an extension which is I don't know, can I go there? Yeah, so I'm using an extension which is called Prisma. So Prisma has an extension, you can call it Prisma, and it has an extension. I'm using this, which is helping me got some foreign key concept, but that's all you need all of those if you're using SQL, right? You don't need that if you're using, if you're not. Yes, you can do that in here as well, but let's see how do you do that. Let's see, right? So what you can say is every post belong to a user ID, right? And user ID is end. Now what you have to do is, you have to create a relation of every post with a user, right? So what you do is you just go to user ID and you say I have a user relation, which is another. So you could have the type as some modal, for example this. I'll just tell you a shortcut trick, right? If you have the Prisma extension installed, if you do this, right? If you do this and save this, it will automatically create this. It will automatically create a relation, right? But I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this way because I want to explain what it has done, right? So what we'll do is we'll create a user ID and we'll call it this is an integer, right? Because every user has an integer as email ID. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say, so this is the foreign key we'll be using. So this is the foreign key in our case. So what we'll call it is we'll call user, and then we can say @relation, and then we'll say fields, right? So what local field do you want to associate with the user? So what I want to associate is the user ID. So we'll say the user ID has to be associated with the user. Blow actually under the hood, it is actually using foreign key concept. Exactly, Gautam. For in our case, the foreign key what we are using is the user ID. I agree with you, right? So in fields we have user ID, and then in the references, right, we have to mention the other table's ID which you want to link it. So in our case it is ID. So what we're going to do is we're going to say ID, right? Right, yes. And then after this, what you have to say is you have to say every user will have multiple posts, right? So what you can do is you can say posts, right? And this is a post array. It's an array of posts, right? So I'll just save this, and you can see this is there. This is having some issue. Every relation type of passing user ID in post. Oh, so this is wrong. Okay, sorry. So the reference, it's opposite. So the fields is the ID, like the other fields thing, and the references is the user ID which we are using of our field. I guess. Oh, there's something wrong. I just forget. How can I forget this? The fields is, what do we say? It's user ID updated, created a title. So it is user ID, and then what do we have? We have references, which is ID. That's correct, right? Why are you angry at me? Post is not matching the type field ID. So it is saying error passing attribute relation, the type field user ID in the post so the user ID in the post is not matching the type of reference field ID. So what it is saying is user ID. Oh, there you go. So user ID, what we have defined is integer, but what we want to link it with is string, right? We'll do that. I'll read that challenge, but let's fix this error. So we have to whatever you are linking with, the type should be same, right? Using process query. Hey bro, here's a challenge. Make a function that deletes messages like in WhatsApp. You delete a particular message when you delete a particular message like WhatsApp. If the second user deletes, it shows this message was deleted. We can do that, but right now I don't know. In the social media, I feel let's cover the basics, Arvind. If we'll go to that query, people who will be watching later on will be very confused. We can definitely do that in Prisma, right? Okay. So now what we have done is this post is linked with this user, and every user could have multiple posts. So it's one to many relation, right? And you can create it. So let's say how to create post for users. Okay, there's like a lot of different ways to do this, so we'll be learning some of them on this particular video. So let's get rid of this function right now. Create user. What we'll say is we'll say const create post, or like create, like let's say test, right? So we're going to use the same function for everything. So we'll call it test, and we'll say test, and we'll say try catch, right? And then I'll say error, and then I'll say error, whatever. Yeah, there you go. And then what we can do is we can say to create post. It's very simple, right? If you can create post using the parent table, which is user, and you can also create it using the normal post.create, right? So what you have to say is you post.create, right? Oh, sorry, db.post. Oh, to have the post, you have to generate a migration. Let's generate a migration. We'll call it npx prisma migrate dev. Right? We have to generate the migration, and we'll call it created. Oh, this will do it. So we'll say created post table. That's what we did, right? So we have created a post table over here. Great. And then what we can do is we can say const post is equal to db.create, sorry, db.post.create. Again magic, because post appeared, just how we created this over here. Okay. And here we can pass the data of the post, but it is very essential that you pass the user ID as well, right? So you could pass a user ID with which you want to link the post with, right? Great. So before this, let's create a user for which this post is. So you can do that as well. So you can create a user and post together. Let's see how we can do that. So let's create user and post together. So what you can do is you can say uh, await db.create db.user.create, right? And then you can pass the data. So for example, here I'm going to pass some name, which is test, and then email, which is test@test.com. And then is it refreshing, auto refreshing, something like that? Is it doing something like that? No, it's not. Okay. So then after this, what we want to say is we want to say gender is gender dot male or female, whatever you need. And then we have a password, so which is test. I think this should be happy. So these are the required fields. The rest I'm keeping it null. Okay. Now something interesting, right? So you could have posts in this. This is very interesting. Look at this, right? Post, as because post is linked with the user, we see, oh, this should be async here, right? So as because the post is linked with the user, you even see post as an option available to you, right? And then what you can do is there's a lot of options. So you can connect. So if there's some post you want to connect the user to, you can connect it. It's already existing. Connect or create. So this will either connect if the post already exists or create a new one. Then you have create, which will create, and the create menu will create a lot of it, right? So for example, we just want to create one for this user. So what you can say is create, and then what you can say is you can pass a data to this or something like that. I think, okay, directly, like, so we'll say title, for example, this is post. So this will be like some post, right? And then you can have other things like created at, updated at, ID, picture. So we can say picture, some dot png, right? So this will create the user and post in a single query, right? You must be thinking like, what query under the hood it is executing? Yeah, you must be having this question, right? What is the SQL, right? How to see that? There's a trick to see that as well. What you can do is you can go to the database.ts. Here inside this prisma.client, what you can do is you can pass something called log, right? And then you can say, I think query something like that was there, and then you say true something like that, right? It was there. How do you say log? Oh, this accepts array of stuff. Great. So this you can do like this, and you want to say what you want to log. For example, I want to log all the queries, all the SQL queries which it is making, and it will log all the SQL queries. I'll just show you. Okay. So if I go over here and very simply, like, for example, I'm doing this, so this will create this, and this log whatever we get as a result over here, right? So log whatever we have created, user and post, right? And we want to log this, right? So what you can say is you can just go over here and you can say yarn dev, right? And there you go. So it has already created the user for us. So let's see what do we have in the Prisma, whatever this thing is. So we have one user, which is test, and this user has one post. So you can see where's the post? I don't know. So we can go over here. Why is the, oh, so you'll have to refresh the you have to like restart your studio, which is Prisma Studio, if there's a change in the schema. That's what we're gonna do next. So we go over here, we'll restart our Prisma Studio. There you go. So we just have a post of that same user. So see there we have a user, and this has one post associated with this, which is this one. Great, right? So we have the parent. So we just created a user as well as a post, and also the best thing is this is logging the query up. Right? Hey bro, from that day when I saw your TS stream, I've never touched vanilla.js again. Now feeling more powerful. If I met you someday, I'll give you a big hug. Hopefully you won't stop doing live. I would not stop doing live, bro. I'm pretty sure. Okay. yeah, live will always be coming. I don't know in what format or what way or what all the topics will be touching, but definitely it will be coming. Okay. So here what we gonna say is we have this. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, so you can see all these prisma.query stuff, insert into public user, all these things. This is the exact SQL which it is executing, and you can kind of like you can have a look and you can see that this is correct and this is what you want, right? Okay. uh Great. So we have this whatever. Let's make this more complex, right? Let's make this more complex. And like let's now fetch this. Let's say you want to fetch this user's whatever this user ID is. You want to fetch this user's detail and also fetch all the post associated with the user, right? So then what we can do is we can say const user. Exactly, bro. Same with me. Once I learned TypeScript from you, YouTube live, I got more confident कि अब job तो लग ही जाएगा. That's amazing, bro. That's some of the most amazing comments I'm reading, right? Like that's amazing. If I'm helping even one of you, mission successful, right? Right. And currently I'm making no money out of this. So if you guys are thinking he's earning a lot, nothing, zero. I've created more than 100 videos so far. But I don't do this for money. It's mostly because I enjoy it. That's the more main motive. Hey bro, make it more nest and find data using query. We'll do that, of course. We'll do that. So we'll say user post, which is like we want to do user and post both. So how do you do that? You do db dot user dot find, right? So find, you do to find stuff, right? And then what you have is you have a where thing where you can pass all the conditions which it should meet, right? So for example, in our example, this user should have the ID of this, like whatever we have created, right? So it should have this exact ID. Okay, we have this exact ID, and then what we want is we want to even fetch the post, right? So what you can say is you can say include, and then you can say post, and then you can say true. This will do what is this will include the post, right? So and this is throwing an error because what we want to do is we want to await for this, right? So now what you will see is this is still angry at me. What happened? User didn't use, okay, that the variable doesn't exist. Will, okay, there you go. You can see we have fetched the user detail as well as all the posts associated with this. Isn't it cool? Isn't it cool, right? We have fetched the user and also all the posts associated with that user using this particular query, which is include, right? Include helps you to include any relation that particular table has. For example, in our case, the user was having posts relation, right? So you could fetch all the posts inside the user, right? Great, great, right? So let's create some more data. Let's hey bro, I'm late. Not Yash. No, not Yash. I saw Yash and this is not Yash. So are you the same Yash? Not Yash. Oh, Yash, yeah, exactly. Got it. Oh, I have this much subscribers right now, 2,275. So cool. This year I'll be targeting like more than 30,000 subscribers. Would I be able to achieve it? I don't know. It would be cool if we have 30,000 subscribers. Yeah. Okay. So we have the query, forget it. Okay. So we have the user, we have the posts, we have the gender, anything like that. Good. So let's make it more complex. Let's have more stuff in this. Let's link more stuff with this, right? For example, this is very interesting. Okay, for example, you want to link user with itself, right? So you want to have friends of the user, right? How do you do that? Actually, I got selected for a hackathon, as I don't know that I don't much I am doing the documentation and presenting. So if our idea gets selected, congratulations, not Yash. Let's hope you will get selected and you'll score amazing. I by this I actually remembered my hackathon story. So I participated in a hackathon. That's why I got late here. It might leave early. It's okay. It's okay, no Yash. So basically, I also participated in a hackathon. It was by UPES. UPES. This was a university. So this was the university for which the hackathon was, and I scored second in the entire India. Like, yeah, the full India. So I was second in the entire India, and yeah, there's even a YouTube video published by them. So I was second, right? It's even in my LinkedIn profile. That was quite an experience, bro. We coded for 3 days almost continuously. By like someone was sleeping, someone was coding, someone was sleeping, someone was coding, and we won like the second place. It was incredible. Okay, so great. So why are we here? Why are we here? Okay. So we have this. Okay, let's make it more complex, right? So Somojit Kosle, hey, doing JS for more than 2 years, 2 months, made 15 plus projects. Should I switch to what TS is TS? That's the problem, guys. This is there, and I can't see your comments. Or you're asking TS now. Bro, completely. Switch to TypeScript, bro, because TypeScript, you would enjoy TypeScript. See, TypeScript gives you superpowers. I'll not say superpowers, but TypeScript helps you avoid a lot of bugs, and it's used in the production, will help you getting a job way more than using normal JavaScript. So I would highly recommend to go for TypeScript if you can. Great. So it's worth doing, right? Yes, yes, it is completely worth doing. I mean, winning an hackathon, it feels like, you're passing stages and you're like, finally, yes, finally I did it, something like that. Okay, so let's go build some complex queries. We are getting stuck in the chat, less chatting and more doing now. Okay, so we have posts, we have users, we have genders and all the stuff. Now what should we have next? Users have friends, right? Users have friends, right? So what we can do is we can link the user table with user table itself, right? We can do that, trust me, that's possible, right? So yeah, so let's do it. Or you can create a many to many relation table as well. So I'll just tell you how to create a many to many relation table, right? So what you can do is you can say friends of, like, you can say model like friends of user, right? So you can do that. This is a pretty complex use case. I don't know, should I go to directly this or should I start with something easier, but let's do it. It doesn't matter. If anybody doesn't understand this, please let me know. Okay, so what we'll do is we can say ID, this relations ID, or we don't need to do this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we want to say it will be like user ID. One will be user ID, the user's ID, which is which will be in string, and then the friend ID. So right, so it is the friend's ID, the people who is the friend, right? So this is also string, and then what you can say is you can say user is also a user, right? And it is also a relation, so we can say @relation references ID, and then field which we want to target is, this will create one very weird issues, and I'll just tell you how to solve that. Okay, so and the local field which we want is the friend ID. Oh, it's like, no, this is user ID, right? And the next relation which we want to have is the friend, right? So we want to say this user, this friend, and it will store all that. So what we'll say is we'll say friend, right? And then we can say user, and then this is a relation, and then we can say references, this is ID, and the field locally which you want to resolve it as is a friend. Okay, next thing, what about primary key? So primary key is every friend and unique pair should be unique, right? So let's set both of them as a primary key, right? So what we can do is we can say @ID, and we want to use user ID and friend ID, both of them. And now as soon as we save them, there will be a very weird issue. So let's see, right? The code generated which it does is very weird, right? So for example, I want to say all the friends is basically a user array. Great. And all the user is also a user array, because both of them is linked with this. So we'll say instead of user, let's call it users, right? And then what we have to do is let's give it some name to this relation. So this relation will be friends relation. Is it very complex? You need to give a relation. Why do you need to give a name to this relation? Because, sorry to disturb you, bro, I'm gonna try it today. I'm watch your live again. I'll comment on the post live notification. I'm hoping to reply. I'll be joining your coming stream. It's completely okay, bro. Go take rest. No need to. You can completely take a rest. That's completely okay. So we'll call it users relation, right? I'll be explaining all of you guys what is this, right? So then you can name this. So you can say name, and then this is the friends relation, right? And then you can provide a name to this relation as well, and this is the user's relation, and I can say this, and this is angry at me. Why it is angry? Error, the line does not have a valid attribute or definition. Well, let's remove this. Let's save it like this. There you go. Friends of user, you could not have the same name. So first of all, we'll say at the rate relation, and one should be like something like uh, friends, right? That's kind of okay, right? Right. Can I do this? Can I do this? Is that valid? So this is not valid because this already exists. So we'll say users. It's kind of okay, right? What is this? Error validating the line is not valid field or attribute. What do you mean by it's not valid field or attribute? So I think we don't do this like this. We just say name, and then you pass the name as friends. That's how you do it, right? That's correct, right? That's not valid, right? Right. So it's every time it's creating this. So what will they say is will friends of user, right? So this is that, and then we can say relation, and then we have the name like that the similar way. Sorry, uh, relation name, and then users. There you go. Why are you doing that? Why would you do that? Don't do that. Okay. There you go. That's correct. So we have a relation. All of you guys, I'm explaining this. Please listen to me. Please listen to me. This will make sense. Not complex. It's very simple. We have one table where we're storing all the relation or all the mapping of a one user to another user, like one user and its friend, another user with its friend, another user with its friends. We are storing all that, right, in a separate table. You can store it in a separate table, or you can store this over here, right? So then what we did is we created two fields, which is user ID and friend ID, and we create the relation. Now, as when you have the same table relation, for example, friends of user, we have two relations with this table from the user table. You have to specify a name, otherwise there will be a conflict. Which relation is for which one, right? So we specified a name, which is friends and users, and then we finally said that every pair of friend and user will be unique by saying that that will be the ID. Is it clear, or is it very, very confusing for you guys? Please tell me. Yes or no? Is it clear, or is it very, very confusing? I want an answer right now. All of you guys are watching. I want an answer. Is it confusing? Is it clear? I don't see an answer. I don't see an answer. So I guess mostly it makes sense for all of you. Okay. So for example, let's say we have two users, and we want to say like yeah, there's like some another user who is friend of this user. How do you do that? How do you specify that in the database, right? How do you do that? It's pretty simple. Let's create one more user. So let's do that. We'll just comment this out. We'll comment this one as well. So let's create a new user. Right? We'll call it const user is equal to db.user.create, and then whatever data, and then name another user, right? And then let's say uh, email of this is another at the rate gmail.com, right? And then what you can do is you can say gender of this is gender.male, right? And then you have up oh, we'll have to generate the migration in order to do this. So let's generate a migration. We'll say npx prisma migrate dev, which will generate the migration. So created the friends relation, right? That will create the migration. And now what we can do is we can go over here and we can say friends of user, and then what we have the similar option. We have create. So you can create, or what I'll say is I'll say connect, and the connect will have what do you want to connect it with. So you could have user ID, friend ID, that's one thing, but I don't want to do that. I want to say just connect this with this particular user, which is this user. So this user will be one of the friends of this particular user. This is very angry with me. What happened? A user ID is not assignable to type friends. What do you mean? What do you mean? We'll say friend ID. Is it okay? And then what we'll say, we have to say user ID. So connect with friend ID. Yeah, that's correct. What do you mean? So type friend ID string is not undefined. What do you mean? This is undefined? Oh, sorry. So this connect should, what it could have? It could have a friend ID, user ID. Okay. And then I can say this, I guess. Oh, this is incorrect. Is it true? No. This is interesting. So everything is optional. And what is required is user ID, friend ID. Okay. So should I create the relation before? Let's see what options do we have. Santosh, I'm a recent undergrad and I only have offer from TCS. Will it be good to start from the career or should I reject and try another developer jobs? Bro, I think TCS will be not paying very good. I'm pretty sure I know the company. It's known for bad payouts to freshers. So what you can do is I would suggest start because the name TCS is really good. Like the name, TCS is a very renowned company. Start and then try. Like that's a better way to do it. Start at TCS. I'm pretty sure you'll not have a hell lot of work in TCS. TCS is pretty chill with work. So start in the TCS and then prepare it from sideways because you'll not be fresher then, right? Not being a fresher is also a very big advantage. Santosh, my advice to you will be uh, join TCS and then prepare for another job. Like switch after 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, and just like okay, is there any bond or contract which you have? Like I don't know about that. If there is, then you have to consider that. Is there any like joining bond contract, something like that? Why the hell I can't do that? I want connect, and I want to connect it with the user. Uh, why can't I do it? What is the type of this? Okay, if I say user ID, connect it with the user ID or user ID. What the hell, bro? What are you doing? Oh, it should exist, right? So I don't know. Friends of user has to be created, not it doesn't. It's there's no connect. It's create, right? And then you have the friend ID is pretty simple. Like this is the friend ID. 1 year bond. Oh, you have 1 year bond. Seriously, bro? Uh, hmm. You have 1 year bond. That doesn't look too bad. I mean, 1 year. 1 year is okay, bro. Like join TCS. That's what I would recommend. Join TCS and prepare really hard, right? And then if you get a very good offer, for example, like I'm roughly saying, like let's say you're getting like 40,000 rupees in TCS, right? And you're getting a 1 lakh rupees offer from someone, right? Uh, that's an issue because you can't. So I think the rule will be like generally the what you have to pay for 3 months or something like that. That's the 1 year bond. It's kind of weird. What should you do? Bro, are you confident enough that you can get a job if you leave TCS? Because that could be really risky, right? Are you like, "Oh, I can do it no matter what, right? If you are confident, it's okay. You can keep preparing. I mean, there's nothing wrong in that. But if you're not confident, I'm not confusing you, okay? I'll tell you what do I think. I think you should join TCS and then prepare, right? And if you have 1 year bond, I would have left the bond. I don't give a shit about bonds. Nobody's going to file a case against you. Like you can pay the compensation. That's also a way. Okay, I have a suggestion. Okay, join TCS and apply for the job which has this bailout or payout, something like that. That has already happened with me. So the people will pay for all the rest of your salaries, and then you can do it. Yeah, bond can be neglected. Yeah, bro, who cares about bond? Nobody's coming after you, right? Uh, yeah. Why am I suggesting this? Uh, the thing is, this says okay, we'll have to be something else. So user ID is not required. Friend is already there. That's kind of good. Okay. So it is what did it say? Friend ID, but required user. What do you mean? Password is required. Okay, we'll have to pass our password. So we'll say password and we'll say some pass, whatever, like some password, right? There you go. So we are creating a user and we are creating a friend of that user over here. And this is how you create that relationship of like you connect this user and you say this is the friend, and that's how you write a query. You write a query to connect the friend. This is how you do it. And now if I do await with this, you will see that this user is connected with his friend, right? So if I just log the user over here, it should be user, it should be user, but let's log this right now. VIWX users, right, there you go. So if I just if I run the project right now, is it, let's run the project right now. So if I say yarn dev, right, you will see what you will see. You will see that the user has been created, and the best thing is, if you will have to restart our, this. The reason why you already know, right? Because we have changed the schema, right? So there you go. We have two users, and what we have made is we have said that this user has made this user a friend, right? So this user has made this user a friend, and we can prove this by seeing this relation, which is friends on user is this. So this user is a friend of this user, right? But he has not accepted the friend request. So when this guy accepts the friend request, what you can do is you can make this user the friend of this user as well. So there you go. You have both ways friendship, right? So whatever this is a little bit complex case on how you can handle this. You can do this, right? uh yeah. Next thing what you can do is, anybody's there, is anybody watching right now? I think, is this getting too boring? uh I think we should do a separate Prisma video. That should not be a live stream. I mean, yeah, that would be better. I hope so you guys learned something out of the stream. We'll be closing up the stream right now. But I hope so you guys have learned something, and you like, this was one of the complex cases. But there's a lot more to Prisma, with like group by aggregate queries and all those things. We'll be covering that in a separate video because it's already 12:30 almost, right? So thank you for all of you guys who are watching, and I hope so you guys learned something. Should we close the stream, or should we go more like we'll have a separate Prisma, like should we have a separate Prisma video that is not live but it has way detailed information, or should we go forward with the current stream? Any suggestions? Separate stream or with go forward with the current stream? What should we do? Only two people is watching. So before editing, can you see my resume? Ending? Yeah, sure, Santosh. Where would you would like to send me the resume? I have a Discord channel. You can send it there. So I can send you the link to my Discord channel. Discord, whatever Discord. So you can come there. Goal, plan, boost, toggle, got it, whatever. I don't care. Okay. So what we can do is we can invite you. Hey Kush Poddar. Hey, what's up, man? Should we continue, or should we create a separate detailed video without, what should we do? Invite people. And then I should copy this, and then let's do a resume review again today. This is my Discord link. Send me the resume. You can send me a resume directly, I guess. You can message me there, so you can send me a resume over there. Let me know if you face any issues, and we'll do a resume review today as well. Let's do a resume review today as well. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do a resume review, and we will be calling it a day. Okay. So Santosh, are you sending? Should I wait, or should I? This is a very good material, guys. All of you guys who are watching, like, this is a very good material for learning back proposition. Like, if you are any one of you are into machine learning and stuff like that, this is a very good article. Okay, I can see a few stuff over here. Hi, Aman Jain. Hey, Aman. Hey, hi. I don't see. Uh, was there any message? Was Yeah, sending. Oh, you are sending. Okay. There's General Santosh is here. Yeah, there you go. Uh, any suggestions on what should I create in my next stream? I'm waiting. Let's see. There's something wrong. What do you mean by there's something wrong? Oh, my phone is getting discharged. I have to plug in my phone. Where's my charger? Here's my charger. Can you help me out with a drag and drop component to make website functionality using Merl? Yes, bro, I can help you with that. I can help you with that. I can give you suggestions on how you should create it. It's pretty trivial. It is not complex. First of all, first of all, if it is in React, you're saying this is in month, right? Yeah, I'll just tell you. Okay. How you should do this is basically React drag and drop. There's this uh React DND. I'll do that. Let's see the resume of am I what is the Discord? Oh, Santosh Kumar. Yeah, I can see your resume. Let's do it. Okay. I am downloading it. There you go. Resume.pdf. Let's do a resume review today as well. We have another resume to review. So let's do this. Santosh, first of all, the style of this resume is not very good, but I'll tell you what you can do about it. Summary, technical skill, and then projects. And then you have education, and then you have achievements, and then soft skills. Hmm. First thing, first thing first. The design of this is not very modern. What do I mean by modern? Keep it clean. I don't want to tell you that use 30 different colors or something like that. But make it a little bit modern, right? So it's like this is in the center. Everything is like it's not very modern, first of all. What do I mean by modern, right? So I just want to tell you like what you should do. Go and write resume, right? And go to the images section, right? And watch for something simple. What for this, right? This is a very simple resume. It doesn't have a lot of things, right? But it is modern because the things are very clean. It's aligned and it's not looking very weird. So you can take any samples from Google Images and you can try to create your resume in a similar way, right? Okay, that's one thing. Next thing is technical skills, right? So technical skills, if you're writing front end, back end, database, language, other problem solving, that's okay. And then you have projects. Bro, your link shouldn't be another point. It should be like over here, somewhere over here, right? It shouldn't be another point, like, but let's see what is your project. It shouldn't be, oh, that's interesting. Oh, this is such a good project. You have not selected any number. Let's say three. And how should I roll it? Three, two, one. Oh, total score three. What the hell, bro? Four, total score one. What do you mean? How to roll this dice? Click on the dice to roll. So if I say six, minus 2, if I say whatever, if I say this, if I say this, okay, whatever, it should roll, right? I would expect this to roll in 3D, but this is good. Okay, what regarding your resume, I would say font is not good. This lines are not good. You shouldn't have lines like this link should be above here. Only LinkedIn should be not there. Your GitHub, LinkedIn, email ID and password. Let's say if I have to connect you, right? Email ID, not password, sorry, email ID and phone number should be there. So yeah, that's something. So your email ID is there, so place it in one line, bro. Oh bro, wait, don't do that, don't do that. That's it. Okay. Next up, uh, soft skills. Explain your project shouldn't be like this, right? So when you say roll the dice, And also like create more projects. Like this much project is not enough. Also this complexity of project is not enough. What you need to do is you need to create a little bit more complex projects, use more technologies which is used in the actual world. For example, in the industry they use the Redux sometimes, not a lot, but sometimes they use React.js with TypeScript. They use like for example Redis, they use MongoDB, they use Postgres. uh, I don't see any of those in your resume. So you have to mention all those, right? And for any project, what did you used? What all technologies did you use to create them is very, very required. Okay. And improve your design. That's pretty much all. I think that's all the improvements your resume needs. But yeah, that's all. And also have some good points, bro. Utilize style components, and this point doesn't make a hell lot of sense. Like for at least as a recruiter, if I'll have to hire you, what I'll be searching is I want to, like, let's say my company uses React with Tailwind with MongoDB. That's what I'll be searching with. Do I have React Tailwind MongoDB project in your resume? And if it is there, you should write it. Okay. Recruiters don't have time to go and check your project. If you write what technologies have you written, like used, that's pretty incredible. Right? Do that. Okay, so Khush Poddar asked me like how to create a drag and drop, whatever, like web builder and stuff like that. So what you can do is you can use something called React DND. React DND is drag and drop, pretty incredible package. And then what you can do is you can create a schema of like how, what do you mean by schema? Schema is like how do you want to store the structure of whatever the web builder you want to be, right? So you want to store, let's say, because you have to convert it to a JSON which is stored in database, and then convert it back to the UI which you want to render, right? So you'll have to think a little bit on what should be the data structure of that entire stuff. Think on this, and then use React drag and drop to basically create those components. So once you figure out how to, my idea is, what is your idea, Kush? Come on, go for it. Let's see what is your idea. Let's see what is your idea, and we'll create a resume review. Yeah, let's create a group called resume review. We'll so we'll call it resume review, and we will say here, no, not me, here, everyone who wants to get the resume review, please send it here. Right? Okay, so I want my CMS to work like that. I have an idea. Okay, you have an idea. Okay, you can share the idea on Discord with me. Okay, you can personally message me on Discord and you can share the idea with me if that works. Pretty incredible. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just I'm in a mood of wrapping up the stream because it's 12:30. But yeah, that's pretty much all. Thank you all of you guys who have connected. I do not think so. We have succeeded in our mission to learn Prisma in this particular video in its entirety. Might be we have learned some basics, but not a lot. But we'll do a separate Prisma stream someday. So thank you guys, and bye bye, and good night. If you have any questions, you can ask. I can answer them right now. Otherwise, we'll be wrapping up the stream. If you have any question, ask it right now. Ask it right now. If you have any question, I can answer them. Thank you so much, Rahul Anand, brother. Rahul Anand, thanks a lot to you as well. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for watching the stream. Yeah. See, we have good nights from Nikhil. Good night, Nikhil. And yeah. So okay. Thank you. Bye bye. See you later on. Bye bye. Oh, we have some question. How can you learn these many technologies? Like how you stay motivated? Can you see my resume again, Rahul Anand? Send it, Rahul Anand. We have created a channel for resume reviews in the Discord. Send it there, and we'll review your channel. How do I stay motivated for learning these technologies, bro? Because I love coding, right? I love coding. I love creating stuff, right? And when you love something, you don't get tired because you just love it. Very simple, right? Nothing very complex. Yeah, can you see my resume again? I cannot see your Discord. In Discord I cannot see you have sent anything, so I'm just waiting for you to send something and then we can review it. There's some message. Where's that message? Oh, in the general I have. Kush is here. Hey, hi Kush. What's up? How are you? Uh, yeah. You, uh, yeah. So, Rahul, if you could message me, hello, Kush is here. Hello. Okay. So you can message me personally, Kush, if it's regarding that. Okay. 100, whatever this is, I don't care. Okay. Rahul will be waiting for a little bit more time for your resume. So if you're sending, just say yes. If you're not, we'll be wrapping up the stream. So are we seeing you? Okay, bro. Okay, well, what do you mean by okay? Like, are you sending it or like okay, it's okay, you can end it. Like, quit a social media, I don't know, T3 stack. T3 stack, we haven't done this. This is pretty weird. Off topic. Noob. I saw something but on Netflix. I don't know what is even going on over here. Hello, this is me by the way. VS Code, Vim with Vim extension. That's great. Yes, you're sending. Where are you, bro? Where is your resume? Where is your resume? This resume is such a good, this is very clean. I hate resumes like this. I hate resumes like this. When you have like too many colors and too many stuff. Like this is good. This is also really good. I just like the how clean this is. I think we got your resume. Where's that? You sent it on the general? Are you really kidding? Oh, there you go. Hey Jay, if you can do check out flow once, I want my CMS to work like that. Do check out Webflow once. Bro, creating Webflow is kind of creating something like Webflow. I've worked with Webflow, bro. I have worked with Webflow, and and yeah, that is gonna be not very easy, but yeah, you can definitely do that. I'll tell you. I'll do a little bit of research and I'll message you probably. If I forget messaging you, just remind me, okay? So I think Rahul, we have waited enough, so we'll wrap up the stream, okay? We'll see your resume maybe next time, or you can send it. I'll send you a review directly, or you can message me on the Discord, okay? So thank you guys. Bye bye. Have a great day and bye. Where is the live stream? End stream.